Vegas Bad Boy of Podcasting is an entertainment-based wrestling program. The opinions shared are that of the host and their guest. Some celebrity voices are impersonated and usually not well. This program is not intended for kids and certain adults. Listeners' discretion is advised. You have been warned. Now let's get ready to podcast. Welcome to another edition of Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting. I am your host, DJ Impact. I got a few of the bad boys here with me, like King Lucky.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Matt Michaels.
I'm ready to fly like a moth.
I know what that's a reference to. It's our guest that we have on the line. Well, he's an actor, professional wrestler, health enthusiast, YouTuber, and Twitch gamer. Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting welcomes Marty the Moth. Oh, great.
Hey, go ahead.
Here it is.
Ooh, go ahead.
Right. Casaus?
Man.
Casaus?
Man, look at that. How long did you spend practicing, man? That's excellent. How long did you spend practicing that?
It's been 10 minutes, man. How bad did I mess it up?
How bad is it? Okay. Say it one more time. What is it? One more time.
Okay.
Cause.
You ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Casaus. Casaus.
There we go. Drum roll. Cheers.
You know what? I'm gonna stick to my day job.
What'd you do? You spent 10 minutes watching YouTube, like on Game of Thrones, or what? Tell me you spent 10 minutes trying to look it up. No.
Okay, all right. Help me out.
Hi, everybody. My name is Martin Casaus. I play Marty the Moth on Lucha Underground.
Right.
Places I wrestle at. I play myself in real life. And I have been living the last 34 years as a Casaus since I came out the womb. So,
There you go. Casaus.
It would have
see, now, look
now
you
it's fine.
Like,
Yeah.
It would have been much easier to just go by Marty the Moth Martinez and just go to Lucha Underground.
You know what?
Just change it legally. Like, my name is now Martinez.
Yeah, because you look so much like a Marty Martinez.
You know, maybe I could close the show that way. Nah.
I love that you say that while I'm like slowly putting on my tan the nights before the show, like rubbing it on. And my girlfriend's down there helping me get the parts I can't reach. Man, I wish I looked like a Martinez. I wouldn't have to rub it on.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
One of the fascinating things, I think, just jump right into ring psychology. I love the spot you do with the corner turnbuckle. I think that it kills it every single time. I mean, to show the insanity and the one-upsmanship of the character is fucking brilliant. What is it about ring psychology that draws you into, making this character just so enjoyable? And is there anyone who trained you or that you've been on the road or worked with that has influenced you into, molding this character into the way it has become?
Actually, so I got big on psychology because after Tough Enough, Stone Cold Steve Austin gave me his number, and we kept in contact. We still keep in contact, but he asked me to send matches to critique and everything. It was like a 12-year-old boy's dream. Like, what? Yeah, sure, I'll send you matches of mine to critique. But one of the big things that stuck out with me is his character. One of the things he said was, my character got so over, I didn't need to do all that flippy shit.
Yeah.
You saw me flip the bird, hit a stunner, and stomp mud holes. That's all I did, but the character got over. And I'm like, ah. So ever since that moment, since that conversation with him, I used to do a whole bunch of cool stuff. I go back and I'm like, man, I used to actually wrestle. But now it's just so much easier to tell stories without having to do suplexes.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. I trained in the early 2000s with Samoa Joe, UPW. And one of my trainers...
Oh, Tom Howard.
I was just going to say, one of my trainers was Tom. And, man, I'll tell you, there's not a better guy. Well, I mean, Samoa Joe, of course, great guy to learn from. But Tom, man, it was just everything that he taught was just right on the nail of, what it takes to tell a story as compared to, all right, now we're going to, moonsault into a hip toss into, it's just like he would just lay it out, just philosophy, book by book, step by step. And it was like almost like writing a novel where you kind of learn, okay, this is where you need to start. This is how you have to go about getting there. And this is how you, draw them in and then finally finish it out. And it was amazing. What was your life like with Mr. Howard?
Well, it's funny because there's a life with Tom Howard without actually Tom Howard being here. So I guess UPW put out a video where it had Samoa and Cena and all these guys that are pretty much running wrestling right now in the last 5 years.
Right.
Put it out there, and so I guess what a bunch of the Utah guys did is looked at that and then mimicked that and what they did on TV, and they started a school. So
wow.
So Tom Howard essentially trained them in the as far as the eyes there, not really saying that. But I got that. That's where I originally trained, was that school that formed that way. And then Tom Howard actually years later actually moved back to Utah because he used to live in Utah prior. And he moved back and saw it was wrestling, came, and I was training at that time. And we trained for, I wish I got more trainings with him than I did, but he was here for a while, at least a couple months.
Yeah.
And we got real close. In fact, I was with Tom Howard last week in Vegas. He is looking for places out there in Las Vegas, and I was with him last week catching up. I asked Tom, and some of the stories I have some of the stories I have to send him because we're filming on my vlog, and then Tom Howard gets into the moment and gets excited and starts saying things, and then I want to send it back to him. I'm like, maybe you should listen to this, screen this before I put it on the internet.
Yeah, I can see that. In fact, I'm glad we brought up Tom because I do have to reach out to him. I talked to him a couple months ago, and I'm like, oh shit, I still got to book him for the show. So fuck him. And I can give him some advice and about Vegas too. So that's awesome. I'm glad you brought that up. The
small world, my friend.
It's crazy. The one thing that I'll never forget, it was a Sunday, and we're training, and Nathan Jones was in my class. And he was the big Australian who made it to the WWE and had a little bit with The Undertaker and then went on to be in, Mad Max, this Fury Road film, and, is doing acting and stuff now.
Did he get killed by Brad Pitt?
Did he what?
I thought he got killed by Brad Pitt in that one movie. Like someone like,
yeah. In what was it, 300 or whatever it was.
Brad Pitt totally wasn't in 300, but I'm glad you think they could do it when I said that.
That's
I can't remember what it is. It's where he played the key.
One of those. Yeah. Alexander? Was that it?
Almost. It's close. Dang it. Because Alexander has, I think, Gyllenhaal in it, I believe.
Yeah, now IMDb.
Come on, Brad Pitt. Come on. Somebody's got to get this. Come on. Somebody beat IMDb.
Come on.
Someone be better than the freaking computers.
It is Troy.
Troy, that's it.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you. I'm like, it's right
That's
there
right.
in front of me. I see the cover.
Yeah, seriously, because you can find it at Walmart in like the $5 bin. But so we're I'm doing a comeback spot, and stupidly, without looking, I threw a full-on punch right into his solar plexus.
Whoa.
Popped my shoulder straight out.
Oh,
I hit the mat. I'm like, oh shit. I'm rolling, and the guys are going, oh, great sell, great sell. I'm like, not selling. We didn't. I mean, Tom was training, and so I rolled out. He said, are you doing okay? And making sure everything was cool. I'm like, yeah. Then I look at my buddy. I'm like, pop it in. So my buddy pops the shoulder back in. We didn't have any fucking medical equipment. That's how reckless we were back then. So Tom had to go across the street to the KFC and get a fucking bag of ice.
Oh.
Just to put ice on my shoulder and stuff. Man, yeah, those are fun times, man. And he is like one of the greatest dudes. I can't say enough.
Ask him about the time he left my house in a hula hoop skirt.
Uh-oh.
That sounds like it might have been a fun night.
Oh yeah, it was. I've had some fun nights with Tom Howard, brother.
Oh, this is turning out to be a great interview just right off the bat. I love it.
This whole time, I'm still completely upside down, hanging like Batman. So this is great. Hanging like a moth.
Oh yeah. Hey, let me ask you, Marty. Did you, when you were going through training and everything, did you ever second guess yourself and think maybe this is not for me, or did you know that no matter what you were going to stick it out and be a pro wrestler?
I 100% always actually second guess if it was for me or not. Honestly, when I got into it, tough enough, I thought, hey, sweet, this is gonna be fun. But then I started having fun, and then I'm like, wait, actually, I am pretty good at wrestling. Like, maybe I can actually do this. And so, like, I was just having fun the first week or two, and then I'm like, oh shit, I can actually start winning. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear or not.
Oh, you definitely
absolutely.
can. That's why we're the Vegas BadBoyz.
Yeah, I mean, the Vegas BadBoyz who can't swear.
Right. No, you can totally let it go. There's no swear jar here.
Sweet. Hold on. Okay.
So,
I told you I'm hanging in this machine, brother. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and then, so you grew up a wrestling fan, is that correct?
Actually, no, not at all. I didn't
there you
actually
go.
start becoming a wrestling fan until the late Monday Night Wars.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow, and who was your favorite?
I had Goldberg and Sting and DDP.
Oh,
I was a WCW guy the whole way. I had no idea about Hulk Hogan. I only knew Hollywood Hogan.
wow. There it is. Whoa. Oh, let me ask you then.
After it all went down,
Yeah.
when he went to red and yellow, I'm like, why is this a big deal?
Right.
So then let me ask you, because you did you watch Goldberg versus Undertaker?
I did not, actually.
Okay, all right. I was just curious as to what
I
you
don't
thought.
watch wrestling.
You don't?
No, I do not watch much wrestling. I watch highlights to kind of see what's going on.
yeah.
And then, like, my Twitch stream tells me all of the wrestling. Between the Twitch stream and my Twitter, I don't need to go anywhere because everyone tells me it's the episode.
Right.
And
And
watching
in the professional wrestling industry, I don't believe a dang thing anyway. So it's take everything as good.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is the news beat going on in professional wrestling.
that's actually not a bad way to watch. To be a little bit removed from it. Did you like more? Were you gravitating more towards the heels or the faces during that time when you first started?
I have always, 100%, ever since I first started, always gravitated towards the heels.
Yeah,
I
that
just
comes out a lot.
always loved. Oh yeah, I was bullied as a kid, so literally wrestling helped me get over bullying. Like just more recently, to be honest.
Oh wow.
But I always projected, hey, what would piss me off? What would a bully do to me that would piss people off? And then that made it super easy to do stuff in wrestling.
Yeah, that's a fucking brilliant way to do psychology in terms of how to create a character like that. That's amazing. I wish I would have thought about that and using it towards.
Well,
that's
yeah. And something Tom said too, like it's going back to the not watching much wrestling, is because I try to take stuff from movies.
Yeah.
And my favorite bad guys with like this characteristic of Jafar and this characteristic of Hannibal Lecter, and put it all into my mesh of stupidity that turns out to whatever happens on TV.
Well,
so I actually people are like, oh, so what wrestler did you watch to make this character? I'm like, I'm not. I watched a lot of Ted Bundy.
Yeah. No, you know what? That's fascinating, because when I was about 17 or 18, I'd been acting since I was like 5 years old. And there had been something on the news about some kind of murderer, serial killer or something in the Chicagoland area. And that was the first time it hit me that I didn't look at it as, oh, this person's a murderer, but I looked at it as, what would motivate this person to kill someone? And that's fascinating that you said that, because that's so true, because it makes it then more interesting for the audience when you can get inside that mind of, what is it that I'm trying to achieve? Why am I doing this? Who am I? That's great. I think any wrestler out there who's listening just found something that they can take. You just gave a golden nugget away there for free.
Yeah,
so.
You sure did.
I'll make $200 from every one of you listeners. Well, but think about it. In all honesty, every bad guy never thinks he's the bad guy.
Right.
You look at Thanos, biggest movie in the world.
Yes.
You can see why he did that. Is that whole planet ran out of resources? They all starved to death and died.
Right.
So that's why he saw that and started killing half of everybody. It wasn't messed up, yes, but he had a point to it. So that's why I love these serial killer things, where it's like, what happened to you that made you go to wearing people's skin?
Yeah.
And how could I put that on TV?
Yeah.
So along those lines, what are the origins of the nickname the Moth?
100%. Lucha Underground came up to me and said, hey, so we had done a few characters. I was Magnificent Martin. I was a magician. I had Beautiful Brenda who walked me out.
Yeah.
That happened once. I was Tristan Gallo / Martin Casaus, my character. I was one other. And then I got a concussion. And so I was out most of the season, which worked out great for me, because whatever. In the meantime, they came up with the day when they came up to me and said, "Hey, your name is Marty the Moth Martinez." I'm like, okay. So what is Marty the Moth Martinez? Well, you have Aztec pride. You're like a big kid who's not all there. So, and what? He's like, I don't know. You're communicating. I was originally brought into Lucha Underground for comedic relief.
Right.
So it's kind of like, hey, I'm a big kid. Go make people laugh. Like, dance, monkey, dance. Go out and be funny. And that's how it kind of started. And actually, before the first time I was ever on air, we were doing rehearsal, and I was just being me and whispering something stupid in Melissa Santos's ear. And I flapped my arm up because I was kind of making fun of, hey, look, what am I going to do? Flap my arms? And then Krista Joseph saw it. He's like, wait, can you do that? I'm like, do what? Like, can you just get behind Melissa Santos, like, super uncomfortably, and just start flapping your arms like an idiot?
Wow, that's
brilliant.
brilliant.
If you would have said it a different way, but it was like, just flap your arms like an idiot. I'm like, oh, well, sure, yeah, I can do that. He's like, sure, yeah, oh, you're going to do that? I'm like, yeah, all right, let's do it. So that actually me just messing around with Melissa Santos actually during rehearsal is what started the whole Melissa Santos me angle for 3 years of Lucha Underground.
That's
amazing.
The second that happened on TV, people love Melissa Santos and they instantaneously hated me, and or was jealous of me because they wanted to be the person sweating on top of Melissa.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's very true. I think I think many of us out there have that same vision. So with that, bringing your a bit of your personality to the character, it's obviously something that you just heighten up a little bit, and there you have it. And this is what allows you the freedom to kind of find the different things in the character because you're exploring yourself as well. Is there is there anything that you like to do when you're not around the wrestling ring that kind of has that influence into the character? Is there any like gaming or comic books or what do you think you bring from your outside of the ring life to the character?
Honestly, my animation, because I watched a lot of cartoons when I was young, and my mom, I sometimes bring my mom on my Twitch channel because I make her watch Lucha Underground matches, and she absolutely hates it because it's her little boy bleeding all over the place and stabbing people with forks.
Yeah. Fork, yeah.
Fork, yeah. There you go. So I bring her on. You can see her face is just so animated. My mom, I don't know what it is. I don't know. She watched a lot of cartoons as well, but my mom was super animated. So like, I actually took that from my home life. Is like that makes me really easy to be super goofy if that's what's really going on in my head, honestly, because most of the time that is.
Yeah.
Just taking the one you already have and turning it up, like you said before. That is one thing that kind of stuck out to me. I'm very animated, period. In fact, when I took my acting classes, that is one thing that I got yelled at for the most. It's just, hey, we tell your face to settle down. Like, it's my face, man. It's not like I'm trying to make it go, ooh. Right. It's just my face.
Who?
So that was one thing.
Who are you? Who were you studying with for acting classes?
I have Steve. What the heck is his name up here? Steve up here. I have her name is. It's Actors in Action. What is her name? Actors in Action is up here. I have a Sue Rowe, and then I have a Robert Andrus. So I have like 4 people that I go in and see when I need to sharpen up my stuff. Do you know a lot of Utah people up here?
I just wanted to find that out now because I was acting in LA for 20 years. So,
okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see if you did anything, out that way with some of the.
Glenn Morshower. Have you ever taken any Glenn Morshower's classes?
I haven't taken the class, but I definitely know the name. Yep.
Yeah, he's been in like every single movie where there's a military presence.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like he's in every single Transformer. He's in like pretty much any he's in all he's in Supergirl as a bad guy. He's always the bad guy, like naval superpower or a government agent superpower guy in every movie. So I did some classes with him, but that class stopped unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Well, that's also one of the things too. It's very interesting because you can find some really good coaches, when it comes to acting, but there's only a certain amount of people who just, are people that have been doing it for like 20, 30 years. You get people who do it for, maybe 5 years or 2 months or, it's amazing how crazy that is, but you still get to take things from the class. When you're doing acting classes, are you looking at doing more dramatic, or are you learning the art of comedy because you definitely have a knack for it?
I've been doing both. I do a scene study, and I love doing comedy, so I do that, but I do throw in the dramatic scene. because it's something I don't do a lot of and I want to work on.
Right.
And honestly, the better you could do drama, the better you could do comedy, because you could have everybody laughing at you. You could be dramatic and serious as hell, and everyone's laughing at you, and then that makes usually the best comedy. Is usually when you're the guy not in the joke.
Well, and you said something too, which is very key, and that is, you know, when you're acting, you want to believe, you know, in what you're doing. You have to believe it. And I think sometimes when you do dramatic acting, you get so into the moment. But when you do comedy, your first thought is, hey, I have to be wacky. Ha ha ha. If you learn how to do drama, like you said, it transitions into comedy, because now you understand that you have a point, you have a purpose, you have a direction, that this character is not being funny. This character is just funny because it's who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad.
Well, this is a fun interview.
We appreciate that. You know, speaking of your character, I mean, it is out there. I mean, pretty good stuff when you're in the ring. I mean, you're beating people up. And we talked a little bit earlier about Fork Yeah. Can you tell the people listening where that came from?
Where the character came from?
Well, Fork Yeah.
Oh, the Fork Yeah. Actually, one day they were playing with the whole "he's a big kid" gimmick, and so they gave me a lunchbox one day. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I don't know, use it in a match. Like, put it over. All right. Well, can we put anything in it? I'm like, yeah, what do you want to put in? I'm like, I don't know, make it look like I'm going to lunch or something. And so then I got that thing in there, and then they came back, put a bunch of stuff in there, and I opened it, and I saw a fork. I'm like, oh, what if I just stabbed him with a fork? And then I don't remember all the details, but like I didn't necessarily want to like use the box. Like I didn't want to put the boxing looked kind of, I don't know. I wasn't sold on the box myself. You hit it because it was like you hit it. That puts a dent in that thing, and that was it was a fun box. Let's just say that. I would rather sell myself as a badass with a fork than a badass with a lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, well, what about this stuff? I use this and I could do this, and then I have a fork here, and somehow the fork got brought up, and then we ran with that, and like, well, then I could use the thing to hit it here, and I was all excited because like, yeah, because you use that, and then we get to the fork, and like, yeah, and I'm like, sweet. So the focal point isn't me using the lunchbox anymore. Awesome. It was mostly me just like trying to make it work, kind of like flapping my arms, trying to make it work, and it worked out because the fans they relate to someone getting stabbed in the head, and they all giggle at the point where that was kind of exactly what I wanted the character to be. When I went to Lucha Underground, I was a comedic relief. I talked to Vampiro, and he said, and I said, I love being a comedic relief, but I know the comedic relief doesn't ever hold a championship usually.
Right.
And if they do, it's usually a joke. And that was at the end, close to the end of season 1. And then I'm like, so can we think of a way where I could still be funny and goofy and be comedic relief, but still put some seriousness in me, some badassness in me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. And at the end of season 1, I'm kidnapping the sexy star. And so that's where like this rapid twist went from me being comedic the clown to comedic the clown that has a body in his trunk.
Yeah. With that, the the transition like that, and you said the championships, they don't go. Well, that's the whole thing. They don't go to the comic relief. So, do you think that as you're developing the character, as you're getting a little more experienced in the business over these years, do you think that people will start looking at you more of that person who can, carry a belt, because it's not all, doink face bullshit?
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to take every single match, I literally have to take a very serious thought of. Am I doing a cartoon or am I doing something that's crazy yet still have that same effect of I can still laugh at you and hug you and stab you in the groin? So that, like we were talking earlier about the one over spot with the turnbuckle spot. I like that because it's simple. People understand it. Like, oh, this guy's freaking crazy. What's going on? What's going to happen next? And I don't have to take it up.
Right.
So, like, double whammy for both of us. That's why, like, especially now, about 6 weeks ago, I was on my Twitch channel and I was working out and I picked up my dog and I herniated 2 of my discs.
Oh.
And it's sitting on my sciatic nerve right now, and it's been way super fun. Ding.
Wow.
So this is why I'm so glad that I learned psychology, because I'm still wrestling every week, and I'm still now I've learned how to take 1 to 2 bumps, 1 to 3 bumps a match to just tell a different story versus, well, now I'm going to hit this flip, hit this spot, and I'm going to go around here, then we're going to hit this double pile driver, I'm going to light you on fire, I'm going to stab you with the fork. Like, there's easier ways to tell a story.
I'm glad you just laid out a Sabu match there for us.
Or if all else fails, you can just get your hair cut off.
Oh, man. Not if you look like that, man. I look hideous like that.
Oh, my God.
It was hard because I looked like I wanted to get in a fight. Like, I looked like I wanted to try and beat people up. And I'm not a guy who likes confrontation. I like cartoons and playing video games and wearing spandex for a living, for hell's sake. Like, but everyone, all the tough guys who were insecure would be like, hey, tough guy, you look at me. I'm like, no, not at all. I got to get off of you. Please don't start something. Anyway.
With that, you said you're obviously into video games and cartoons. What would you say is your favorite cartoon of all time and your favorite video game of all time?
Cartoon's a tough one. Because Parents was a cartoon. Cartoon Ninja Turtles then. Never mind. It's not hands down Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Absolutely, 100%.
And who was your
still
favorite?
wear Ninja Turtle shirts as a 34-year-old man. If you could think of me fitting into any one of the categories of a Ninja Turtle, which one would it be? Matt and the rest of you? DJ Mike? Or DJ?
DJ Impact. That's
Impact,
okay.
yes,
That's okay if you butcher his name because he butchered yours. So turnabout's fair
I
play.
didn't take 10 minutes to practice my.
I'm not proud of that.
Well, let's see. If I had to pick a Ninja Turtle, I'd probably actually. God, that's a hard one. I don't know.
Isn't does Michelangelo want to eat all the pizza? Because that would be me. I'm not sure.
Eat all the pizza.
Yeah, but it was one. But there was one that loves pizza more than all the others. Like he'll just take the last piece and.
That definitely sounds like you.
You know what? Your mic is off.
You got muted.
Right.
I almost would say that Shredder would be your character.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah, that actually is. That might be spot on, actually.
What do you think?
Which is what my favorite guy is actually Michelangelo, to be honest.
Boom!
There you go.
There it is. Well, he butchered your name, but he got your favorite character right.
Yeah, my character. Yeah, we back again. We cool.
Until the end of the interview when he has to
wrap it.
And we botches it again.
Right.
I'm gonna skip that part.
He's in post. He's just gonna edit in him saying it right.
Right. And then your favorite video game. Yeah.
Oh, Nintendo 64. It's a toss-up between GoldenEye and Nintendo No Mercy.
Oh man,
I had both of those games on N64. That's,
No Mercy
that is a tough
and GoldenEye was just
GoldenEye was one of the best Bond games ever, man. That was fucking great.
If they could do
Ever. Yep.
if they could do another Bond game now, I think it probably would they could probably do it right.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever play the remake of 007 on like the PS3 or 4?
Oh yeah, definitely.
The GoldenEye, it was a GoldenEye remake. It just didn't have something that 64 version had for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I could play that game. You could just pick it up and play it all the time. The one thing that baffles me is games that are patterned after a movie that just don't have that same sauce. Like Marvel movies have never translated well until this last Spider-Man game, but they've never done well with Marvel games.
Except for the fighting games, which is like the Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom. But they are, and big news out of E3 last week is that they are coming out with a Marvel video game. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I think Square Enix is actually the one that's doing it.
And Scarlet Witch looks like Prince Charming from Shrek. Look at the picture. Look up Prince Charming from Shrek and tell me I'm lying.
Oh, so you've seen
I think it's Prince Charming.
Were you at E3?
No, I've seen the trailers.
Oh, really? There's a
No,
I didn't know there was a
E3
trailer.
was last week, and there's the internet.
Oh, now I gotta look this up. And
Guys, this is the Avengers. E3 was last week, right? Or was it this weekend?
No, it was last week.
Oh, yeah, and an Avengers trailer, you know that stuff being leaked on the internet.
Oh, yeah. Were you a DC guy or a Marvel guy growing up?
Still a DC guy.
Really? Well, I mean, like you said, you were hanging upside down.
We're getting our asses. Hey, yeah, you know what? We're getting whooped. There's just... The fatality has been done. And now it's just
fatality. Well, let me ask you this. Are you sold on Robert Pattinson being Batman?
You know what? Everyone complained about Michael Keaton being Batman. Everybody complained about Heath Ledger being the Joker.
Yes.
Yeah. He played who he was on Twilight fantastically. I feel like he's got acting chops. We're just not used to him being a badass. We're used to him glowing like a sparkling little crazy
bitch.
Yeah. We both wanted to say it, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, he definitely.
But he could brood. He could definitely brood.
That's true.
And is he gonna have to bulk up to be Batman? I mean, you saw what Ben Affleck
got to bulk up.
Yeah, Ben Affleck got like crazy shredded for the part, and
I don't know. I think Affleck got shredded because he was, going through the divorce with Jennifer, and it was time to play around.
Well, there it is.
Works. You make my Batman look awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Right.
I think Ben Affleck's my favorite Batman.
Really? I thought I thought he actually did a good job. I thought this cast of Justice League characters that they have, or that they had rather, because there's rumors that Henry is now not going to play Superman again, but it hasn't been confirmed. Was done very well. Like I like Ben Affleck as Batman, so I was kind of a little bit sad when he stepped away from the project, and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, a phenomenal casting there, and then Jason as Aquaman. Whew.
They all complained about every single one of those castings.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't hear much backlash about Jason Momoa, but like Gal Gadot, I remember everybody trashed on her saying she wouldn't be a great Wonder Woman.
Right.
And she is carrying the DC universe.
She was fucking great in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I did.
It's like people forget this shit because it's like, who? And I think that's what happens. Even with Jason, I mean, he had a little more notoriety because of Game of Thrones, but I think that to the average, people who didn't follow that was like, well, who are these people? And I think that's what the backlash was.
Yeah.
But you see how great they're fucking doing.
Yeah, and I tell you, Flash, I think is going to do well. The only one I'm not sold on is Cyborg. How do you feel about that?
When does that come out?
Well, Cyborg's not. I don't know if he's going to have his own origin movie, but the guy that plays Cyborg, I felt like they could have did so much more with that character.
And then that always brings up the question of the Snyder Cut.
Yes.
So you want to talk about geeks? You're looking with them. Snyder Cut sounded awesome, but it sounded like they had a whole like football backstory created for him. So I kind of feel like it's the same thing as the Joker within the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Is you had a character that you're introducing that you didn't get enough time to fully introduce.
Yes.
You just gave them a taste, and they're such pivotal characters. People are either going to love it or it doesn't fit into the mold of what that character is and hate it.
You know, to me, Jared Leto, they should have gave a little bit more run to as the Joker. I mean, they're going to do a Suicide Squad sequel, but all indications is that they're going to recast most of the people in that movie, and now you have Joaquin Phoenix as a Joker.
Ooh, with a rated R.
Yes, yes. How do you feel about that? Are you excited about his their interpretation with him?
I think Joaquin Phoenix is a phenomenal actor.
Oh, without question, yeah.
And I think he plays very well. If you always look at his history of his movies, he's very, very good at playing that troubled, messed up individual.
Yes.
Trying to do good but always messed up, like the King. Do you guys remember him in Gladiator?
Right.
I hated Joaquin Phoenix because of Gladiator.
That's very parallel to a wrestler, and telling a story, and this character just, you love to hate them, to some degree now, where you see fans kind of like attacking wrestlers because they're so bought into what's happening in front of them.
Oh yeah, well that's good. That means we're bringing an emotion out of people. That's our jobs.
Yeah,
remember that's our jobs.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had an awkward interaction with a fan?
Besides dick pics and feet requests and what does my sweet smell like, and I hope you die of cancer. And
my God.
Jeez.
Yeah, I found that one. I guess Facebook has like a filtered message one, and then when I find those, I always seem to forget. There's like 100 messages in there. I go back in there, and most of those spam bots.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that's.
Click on my picture. I have 0 followers, but every 5 pictures have all been uploaded the same day, and it's all like some random chick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you click,
then it's like. Yeah, you click a how, it's always like, hey, how are you? And then some sort of emoji, because I get these all the freaking time. And now they're even getting to the point where now it's, hey, how are you? Or some to that extension. There's an emoji, but now it's me and a group of like 89 guys. Just not even trying anymore. Just, I want to spam the crap out of you and just not even try. and then if you click on it, what happens,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I've learned my lesson on clicking on shit. Oh man. And I kind of like doing it to my friends now, like if you're in like a group text or something and you just kind of say like hey guys, check out this video. It's like really fucking cool. You hype it up really good. You get them sold on it. They click on it, and it's like, some granny porn or something like that.
What a dick.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, Michael's actually did do that before, but I can't talk about what that picture was he sent me.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We'll talk about that after the show. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Michael, we're going to talk about that.
Michael's is
I was just talking about it on my stream for some reason. I don't know how the weirdest crap comes up on my stream.
So outside of the Twitch channel, which is Twitch TV / Marty the Moth, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna be so screwed if I do it. So.
They don't know the Twitch channel, man.
He was waiting for it.
Casaus.
Oh man!
Oh man!
Damn it!
That's worse than Impact, man.
Hey, welcome
right,
to my
DJ Mike.
welcome to my club, Mike. Welcome.
Jeez.
That's okay. I'm going to start saying it every single promo. I'm going to say, it's Martin Casaus. I'm going to say it on every single Twitch stream, every single YouTube, so people learn my name.
That's right, Casaus.
Casaus.
It's almost like you got the Casaus or what? You know.
Is that a playoff of sauce?
Sure.
That is a playoff of sauce.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, okay.
Casaus.
like a got milk thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it could be interpreted that way. It's all about, it's subjective, right?
Yeah.
So, what is going on with supplements?
Yes. So a lot of people, well, if they ask it, but I actually have been suffering for a disease called Lyme disease for the past decade plus.
Gotcha.
So basically what that does to me is I have crazy brain fog, so I don't remember names very well, how to pronounce things, right, Mike? And like brain foggy stuff, remembering things. My joints all hurt usually, and I have chronic crazy fatigue. Like I can sleep till 1 p.m. every day and feel great about it. So actually it was horrible because it was affecting my job, because I was working as a stockbroker Monday through Friday, and then I was driving 14 hours to the next town. So it's not like I was getting the ability to sleep a lot, and when my body can't use the sleep that I'm already getting, I was just kind of crap out of luck and tired all the time. So I actually run across these supplements that help me with my Lyme disease, some Monolaurin, some multivitamins. I found recently about the use of CBD.
Right.
Holy.
Yep.
All this, literally, I ran out of my supplements last week for like 4 days, and I was drinking energy drinks again, because with my Lyme disease, I was just so tired. So I drank an energy drink, and it worked great until like 11. Then I drank another energy drink, and it worked great till lunch at 1. Then I drank another energy drink, and then all of a sudden I'm drinking 7 energy drinks and a pre-workout just to get through like my day at work. Then I got to go home and pretend to be like a good boyfriend and stuff, and then send out booking messages and do promotion and do social media, etc. Like, it was messing me up super hard, and energy drinks are just super bad for you. So my drinks were kind of like how you pronounce right down.
Damn.
Now it's just too fun, brother. Now it's just too fun.
Right.
DJ Impact.
No, hey. That was Michael's last time. I got it down now. I'm ready.
Oh, on the spot.
Oh, boy.
All right, what is it?
Casaus.
Casaus.
Oh, Dave! Oh, there you go.
I'm ready.
Casaus.
See, it didn't even take 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah, you know what, the Lyme disease, Lyme disease, man. I have a friend, been friends with since college, and she's an actress in LA, and she went through the same thing about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago now, and she's been living with it, and trying to find the right balances and stuff, and she's still able, luckily, to go out and hike and do things with the family and all that good stuff. So she's living at the best that she can. But it's just I could just imagine when you don't have that help. And I'm glad you found CBD, because that stuff,
man.
Yeah, that's wonderful, man.
Absolutely. I didn't know much about CBD. Then the Farm Bill passed. They came out with CBD, and I tried it, and man, it's been a lifesaver. Actually, like it's made me just think better, just sleep better. Like CBD, it's crazy when you just Google CBD. How many things it actually affects. I didn't even know you had a cannabinoid system in your body already.
Yeah,
I didn't know that till like, where did that come from? Like, where was that 6 years ago? I didn't know about that. All of a sudden, we had there was a big secret. No one freaking told us that. What the hell?
I mean, I'm lucky sometimes to remember I still have a penis. So.
Oh boy.
Casaus. Yeah, I feel like you could just interject that after a sentence and it works.
I think we just found our Baba Booey.
Yeah. Casaus.
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 Oh, look, I found my penis.
Oh my god.
Casaus.
That is awesome.
Actually, no joke. I had Matt Cross. He plays Son of Havoc on Lucha Underground. After WWE Tough Enough, he was on the same Tough Enough with me.
Right.
It's crazy, actually, how life works out, because Eva Lise, Matt Cross, and me were all on the same Tough Enough that year.
Which was
that we all ended up on Lucha Underground.
Which was actually, I gotta say, the best Tough Enough season. Which, you know, regardless if you were on or not, I'm not like blowing smoke up your ass, but it really was the best cast and most enjoyable overall in terms of how they did everything. So, and I do remember, you know, watching it and seeing you get hurt, and it was like, motherfucker, because you were, you know, one of the best people that they've had on that show, and it was like, damn, and that emotional moment when you're handing over the belt, it was just like, this is good TV.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting my dream be professional international television entertain you.
If you could get,
I was rooting for me. Yeah.
Well, if you could get injured more like that, where, you know, it emotionally, tears at my emotional strings, then it's like, yeah, you got good television. Keep it up.
So here's what the real life story happened, and kind of what we were talking about earlier. I didn't have that confidence of like, is this wrestling thing for me?
Right.
WWE Tough Enough was my holy shit moment, to be honest. That was like, oh, I can actually do this. So then you start seeing me win week after week, and start winning all these competitions, and then that broke. So that my confidence was like, yes, I can actually do this. I'm like, oh my god, and then that happened. But like you said, if you're ever going to get injured, man, they send me out like a superhero. So thank you, USA Network and Tough Enough for sending me out like a superhero like that.
Yeah, because I mean, otherwise it's like if they would have, you know, fucked you and just buried you, like, you know, what a pussy type thing, you know. Oh, he's not tough enough, blah blah blah. You know, it would have just been fucking bullshit. But the way you went off, it was almost like they made it like he should have won this, and it was a great, you know, way to make you go, damn, if he would have only not gotten injured.
Yeah.
It was great. It's great producing, you know, and we know
they didn't produce that. That was just real life.
just
actually, Stone Cold Steve Austin's like, hey, if you wouldn't have booked, you're like you would have won. So whether he was telling the truth or not, Stone Cold said so. So I took that as a yippee-ki-yay. And they were bummed because I was sitting in the hospital, and I made him take like 6 tests.
Jesus.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's broken? You can't like shoot it up with something. You can't give me like crazy ass painkillers or something. Like, give me like 4 more weeks. Let me whoop these guys as one freaking leg. Like I just want to do anything. And he's like, "Oh, actually, the way things were going, I'm really sad about this, even as a production side of things, because like you and Luke were going at it like he's the big heel and you're the big, pretty spring boy, and like that's kind of the angle that they were kind of like, it kind of naturally happened that way, where I was started winning and he was winning so much. Like, that's what they were kind of wanting to get to. And then when I got there, they kind of just took a taper as far as production storyline wise.
Yep.
So he was kind of sad about that. I'm like, well, I'm sorry I ruined your storyline.
Yes, I'm sorry. My 6 tests to just, you know, make sure that it's not good. It's like, that's only.
Sorry, the metal in my ankle destroyed your storyline.
But you know, it's only in fucking TV production that something like that is a thing. Like, are you sure you can't go? Are you sure? Hey, run another test. Hey, can we shoot him up with, you know, some fucking undercover, not released to the public medicine so that he can fucking have the bone heal in a week? You know, it's.
Oh man, I broke my 2017. I broke my ribs at a show in Colorado, But I called Vampiro because I was doing AAA TV at that time.
Okay.
And he's like, well, bro, you're kind of in the middle of the spot on TV right now, so I can't necessarily, if I take off TV, you're off TV. We'll take care of you, though. So I ended up being in, like, multi-man matches, etc. But I remember one time it was really hurting. I'm like, hey, Hammond, how you doing? I'm like, it's really kind of hurt, man. And then we're in Mexico, and the doctor's like, I got you, no worry. And, man, he rubbed something on my back, hands me a pill. I feel so good that day.
Way.
I don't feel nothing. Punch me in the face, it tickles. Man, that stuff in Mexico. Viva la Mexico. When you're injured, it is a good place to be. They will take care of you. But it was great.
That's amazing.
They have amazing things in Mexico.
Let me ask you. So you've wrestled, all over. Is there a favorite place? Maybe like when you wrestled at the Tokyo Dome. Is there a favorite place that you've wrestled throughout the years?
It's toss-up, to be honest. It's a mix-up between the temple because it's a very intimate environment.
Yeah.
Bar kind of has the same feel to it because it's kind of the same crowd too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But Mexico Arena in Mexico City, like usually when you're there, it's big pay-per-views. The Mexican crowd is insane.
Yeah.
I think they're my favorite, most wildest people. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. You see that thing with Scarlett recently.
Yeah.
But like every single time I went to a Mexico show, I was covered with beer, and like that just didn't happen as much in America. So, like these guys are crazy. They hate you. They don't even know what I'm yelling at them. They just look at my face and they see that I'm saying something bad to them, and they don't need to know the words. They just instantly hate you because you're. Usually, I had a big American flag on me too, so it hated me.
Yeah.
So I loved wrestling in the Mexico Arena. So I think between the two of those two would have to be my top spots right now.
Nice.
So basically, you've just told anyone who's listening, who is an American audience, when Marty is out there wrestling, make sure you throw beer on him.
No, give me alcohol.
Yeah,
Don't beer at me. Give me alcohol. I prefer whiskey if you can.
Nice.
Jack Daniels preferably. Gentleman Jack would be better. So if you just hand me the whiskey.
There you go.
Punch the guy. Yeah.
We got to get you a bottle of Gentleman Jack when you come out.
I'm not going to argue that whatsoever.
So Marty, do you have anything that you'd like to promote, upcoming events, anything like that?
So the big thing that I want to promote, I can't get the details out yet.
Okay.
But honestly, just think about professional wrestling right now. We're going to go into some of the best 5 to 10 years of professional wrestling, being a fan or a professional wrestler in general.
Right.
It's about to get nuts.
Yeah.
With AEW getting that products there, you saw what Lucha Underground did, and you see with the advent of the internet, with Twitch coming out, AAA and Impact on Twitch, you see these other like production to make what they see on TV is super easier now than compared to what it was.
Right.
Wrestling's going to get hot right now, so you guys should all be super excited, and you should definitely keep your eye out. Those wrestlers there, keep your social media going because that's how these people are going to find you.
Right.
So everybody, as far as me, go to my website, martincasaus.com. You can see all my stuff, my T-shirts. Follow my Twitch, which is me playing video games and acting like a dork. You got me over here doing my workouts as well, / my rehab. There's a show that I want to give you the information on that I can't yet. So keep your fingers and prayers crossed, whatever you want to cross for your private parts, whatever you're crossing, cross them, because I'm excited to announce this. And on a separate note, the first teaser to Unleashed by Killswitch Engage is coming out, which that song was actually, we did vocals with me for my entrance for Lucha Underground for Marty the Moth.
Wow.
So if you guys are familiar with the band called Killswitch Engage, they're one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
And the teaser for Unleashed is coming out, and that is a song that they base off, and I did vocals for. And it's coming out on their new album being released soon later on this year.
Beautiful.
Awesome. So
that's awesome.
If you guys are metalheads, keep your ears open for some Marty the Moth entrance music.
That's right. We definitely will.
Awesome, brother. Really, really quick as we wrap up. Outside of what you've been doing now, is there one thing that you're looking forward to that is coming out this summer, whether it be movies, music, TV, anything that you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm super looking forward to my favorite metal band coming out with an entrance theme for myself. I hear that. I kind of have to mark out for that.
Right.
They are what got me into metal.
Oh,
so,
that's
nice. They were I think my second concert and the first metal concert ever. So the fact that all happened is crazy to me. I'm excited as hell for that.
Yeah.
I'm also super stoked. I said I'm a DC guy, but I love the Marvel movies, so I'm super stoked for Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Far From Home, dude, that's going to be crazy cool. Yeah. Well, I don't even care. It's Spider-Man, so I'm going to enjoy whatever happens on screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And as we wrap up, I do want to give out one more shout out to your acting coach who you had there for a little bit, who was such a badass that I looked it up and I forgot that in the Transformers movies, they actually named the character General Morshower.
Yep.
The man had his own last name in the damn movie. That's fucking brilliant.
In several Transformers movies.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was a fun guy to have as my coach.
And the fucking ride, too. The Transformers ride.
Yes! That's got to be some sweet residual.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Hey, well, Marty, you deserve this right here. And we appreciate you, man, for coming on and talking with us tonight.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. It was fun. It was a little chill hangout sesh. So that's awesome. Always makes the funnest interviews.
That's what we're here for, man. Just chilling and having a good time. So
Casaus. There it is.
Marty Casaus.
Impact.
That's right. All right. All right, y'all. Hey, we're going to be right back in just a moment.
Yo, this is the Ultimate Finesser, Chris Bay, and you are listening to the Vegas BadBoyz podcast. And if you ain't listening to it, you whack.
Hey, Vegas BadBoyz podcasting listeners, this is Matt Michaels, and I just want to tell you right now, Los Angeles, you better be fucking ready, because the Vegas BadBoyz are going to be in town on Saturday, June 29th, 2019, for the Bumps and Bruises big pro wrestling event at the Los Angeles Aleworks Brewery and Tasting Room. And that is in Hawthorne, California. Now, usually we're here in Las Vegas, but because of the good, wonderful people at Bumps and Bruises, we are going to be there doing a special show for VIP ticket holders, which is going to be fabulous. If you jump on Eventbrite right now, you can get tickets for VIP. It's $50. Now, they go quick because there's not a lot of seating available, but with these tickets, not only do you get to hear our show with us and some special guests, but you also get early entrance. You get a seat in the brew pit. You get meets and greets. You get a Bumps and Bruises t-shirt. You get one free-game beer. How about that? Free-game beer. You have to be 21 or older to get that beer, though. And, of course, you get the live taping with us, which is worth the $50 by itself. Then you get all that other stuff. And I'll tell you, on top of that, and if you can't afford the VIP, I understand, $50, pretty steep. But you can come to this show for as low as $20 and see Brian Cage with Melissa Santos right there by his side, going against East Coast's own Slice Boogie. And guess what? It's a double main event, which you're going to see the Lucha Homies, and they have a mystery partner. So Mariachi, Loco, and Little Cholo, we don't know what they got planned, but they're going to have a big surprise apparently, because they need something to go against Hate. And I'll tell you right now, Tito, Rico, Che, they're ready to take these guys down. So something's going to happen, and this looks fabulous. You know what's really fabulous? Right here. Volcana versus Buggy Nova. These guys, these two women are fabulous, and they have a death match basically going on here. It's a gripe, and something has to give. But on top of all this, we get another tag match with Super Panda and Eric Watts finally tagging together. They've never tagged together out of all these years, but they've wrestled each other many times, and now are finally teaming up to go against Luke and PJ Hawks. That's right, father and son tag team. There's some other great action on the card too, and of course, I gotta say it, card is subject to change, and all ages are welcome, but to have a beer, you do have to be 21. So we're going to see you on Saturday, June 29th at the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling event. Again, it's at the Los Angeles Ale Works Brewery and Tasting Room. You're going to love this place. They got some amazing beers. You can't go wrong. Get your tickets now because they are going to go fast. Go to Eventbrite and look up Bumps and Bruises and get your tickets as soon as you can, because come June 29th, if you don't have a ticket, you might not get in. And that's not good for you. That's bad for you. We don't want you to feel bad. We want you to be good. All the love.
Hey, this is Sonny Ono, and you're listening to Vegas BadBoyz podcast. All the great stars are right here on this podcast. Check us out every week. We'll be here. This is Sonny Ono signing off. グレイ皆様、サニーオノです。これはベガスベッドボーイのパッドキャストです。いろいろありますから、世界のレスリングスターはここにいます。よろしくお願いします。
We're back with Vegas BadBoyz of podcasting. So welcome back, guys, here at Vegas BadBoyz. We're about to get into this this next little topic I got here.
Can't wait to get into that.
You know,
it's going to be...
I know. I've been preparing this all day. Wait, hold up.
What?
Okay, turn your phone off.
No, well, the silent phone is ringing, so we got to pick this.
Oh.
And here's the funny thing: it says it's actually a call from a karaoke bar.
What?
Hold on, we gonna take this one, huh? Hey, hello, who this?
Hello, it is me you're looking for. I'm gonna tell you about the show and why you gotta go. My name is Ricky Tenacious, and that's what you gotta know. This is Vegas BadBoyz of podcasting, right?
That is true.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, I listen to you guys every week when I'm not, rehearsing some songs, or in my voice class, or just being an awesome professional wrestler all around. Or at least this time I was just really lighting it up here at the karaoke bar in Las Vegas.
Apparently.
And I got a little wind. I decided to go outside, and I realized it's your show right now, so I thought I'd just call in for once,
Well, we definitely appreciate it.
DJ, how come people keep calling into our show, but we don't have like a live feed that they know? What is going on, man?
I'm trying to
Who's
figure
giving out the number?
I'm trying to figure this
Probably
out.
King Lucky.
It probably is him.
Speaking of live, guys, there's something going on this Sunday, June 30th, at the Sahara Event Center.
Okay.
It's something I think you guys might like. It's live professional wrestling from a company called Big Valley Wrestling, and I have quite the experience with Big Valley, let me tell you that.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
Well,
Please do tell.
Yeah. What is going on?
Just like my singing in the karaoke bar, it is
a show called Unstoppable, because no one can stop me from getting on the mic or in the ring, as a matter of fact, just like you can't stop me from calling in. So,
Apparently.
have you guys heard about Big Valley before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've heard about them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've only heard good things, maybe because, I wrestled there, of course.
No, of course. I mean,
Yeah. Or you may have heard of it because of the breaking main event that's going to be happening this Sunday. It's a tables, ladders, and chairs match with Leon Hayter defending the Big Valley Wrestling Las Vegas Championship against Kevin Ducats.
Oh,
okay.
For real?
Whoa.
Yeah, that was kind of a shot heard around Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That combined with the team versus team match, my manager, the best manager, the perfect manager, Tumi Gucci, his team of the Big Valley Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Frank the Tank. And let me tell you, he has some vocal cords, but that's a totally different podcast conversation. And teaming up with him is going to be Lucha Underground's Ricky Mandel. So proud that he is finally on the right side of the fence.
Wow.
He's usually within the side of the fence where the loony bin is. But hey, that's again another podcast.
Right.
And they're going to be taking on MJ Live's Santana Jackson. Don't like that guy.
Okay. All right.
The Irish Juggernaut, Mikey O'Shea, I don't know if you've heard about him, and his friend Sean Black, the Juggernauts.
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's
I don't know why everyone likes Santana. Do you guys like Santana Jackson?
Oh, we are huge fans, actually.
We're huge fans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's a friend of the
If you're
show.
ready to change your mind and be a fan of Ricky Tenacious, check this out. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Don't you want to beat it? Sorry, that's all I can share with you right now because, I'm kind of working on this album. Don't want to give too much away. Or you could just, come join me at the karaoke bar some night.
Yeah. Definitely, man. When does the album drop?
When did the album drop? Well, as far as the date goes, I can't tell you that, but a date I can tell you about is Sunday, June 30th. This Sunday, June 30th at the Sahara Event Center, 800 Karen Avenue, a 2 p.m. start time. Big Valley Wrestling presents Unstoppable. Tables, ladders, and chairs in the main event. The team versus team match. And you can't forget about the match that I'm in with the man they call the Ace of Diamonds, Mondo Rocks.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I take it you guys know who that is?
Well, I think you're going to have a little match on your hands there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, a little match on my hands. Listen, bro. Listen, my hands are usually full of microphones because I'm always still in the stage and the spotlight. But it was a few weeks ago, actually, in Inglewood, California. I let Mondo Rocks be my tag team partner when my best friend, the best tag partner in the entire universe, the exceptional Alexander Raven, was unable to make the trip. I had to find me a tag partner. Mondo Rock showed up. I said, "Okay, no big deal whatsoever. I'll give the guy a chance to be in the shadow of my spotlight." And he tried to steal the spotlight, and he made me look like a fool when he cost us the match. He costed me a tag team championship.
That ain't right.
But the thing is, I am a very accomplished tag team wrestler. I don't know if you've noticed that, one
That's
half
very true.
of the greatest tag team of Las Vegas, exceptional and tenacious.
Right.
So I'll have plenty of chances to get a shot at the tag team championships, but I realized I only got one shot to screw over Mondo Rocks, and I took it. And he did not take it well because that little punk broke into the dressing room. He attacked me, and I don't know why they decided to show this on Facebook, but he throws me inside of a swimming pool.
What?
Okay?
Wow.
Yes, the locker room was at a YMCA, independent wrestling. What are you going to do about it, bro? He throws me into the damn pool. Okay, and now this Sunday at Big Valley's Unstoppable, I'm going to be unstoppable in winning that match, okay? I'm going to beat him down, I'm going to throw him around, and I'm going to hit the high note.
Well, I think we might give you some floaties just in case.
Some floaties, real funny.
What are you
Real
talking
funny.
about, man? I want to hear the free content after Tenacious wins. What are you talking about?
Yeah, man. I am the champion, my friends.
I'm singing with you, man.
And I'll keep on Spin to the air. What the hell are you looking at over there, bro? Get back inside.
Get your lighters out, guys. Get your lighters out.
Anyway,
Ricky, how often?
I'd
have to ask you right quick. How often do you get kicked out of bars? The karaoke bar.
How often?
Yeah.
I think the question you should be asking is how often do people beg me to go into bars?
Oh, exactly.
I'm
how
sorry.
How dare you, Impact?
Just about every single night.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I got it twisted.
Yeah, you're getting it twisted, bro. You know what else is kind of twisted?
What's that?
You know what else is kind of twisted? The fact that right now in Big Valley Wrestling, the tag team champions are the guys that call themselves the tag team champions, even though me and Braven should be the tag team champions.
Okay.
Fresco De Niro, apparently the most popular tag team to ever grace a Big Valley Wrestling ring, are going to be challenged by a very well-known tag team. You may know them from the SoCal pro wrestling scene. They're twins, their age, but man, they can still give an ass beating, and they're called the Ballard Brothers. Have you guys heard of them?
Yeah. Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
The Ballard Brothers come to Big Valley Wrestling this Sunday, June 30th, to challenge for those tag team championships. And I hope and I pray they take those titles off of them, because once they do take them off of them, we're going to challenge the Ballard Brothers. I'm probably going to challenge them to a karaoke off, and they're totally going to lose, because that's just how I do it, bro. That's just how I do it.
Well,
I'm going to sing I'm going to sing a little ballad, and then we're going to beat the Ballards.
Well, if you challenge them to a little karaoke, I'm sure that they'll get even by challenging you to a little hockey matchup.
Oh, very funny. Because, you know, the thing is about the Sahara Event Center is that it's actually a hockey arena. We're actually going to be doing the show. We usually do the shows in a little area in the Sahara Event Center, if you've ever been to one of our house shows. And this show, because it is a big show, and because I guarantee it will nearly sell out, and it's going to be a climactic show, TLC main event. Just about all titles are on the line. I'm going to be singing and wrestling. This is why this event is unstoppable.
At the same time?
Big Valley Wrestling is unstoppable.
At the same time? You're going to be singing and wrestling?
That's what the man said. He said he's going to sing and wrestle at the same time. Let the man speak.
I'm sorry. I'm just...
Okay, you let him speak.
You know,
it just seems a little different.
As an example, I'll have you know, okay,
sure.
if you know, since you guys obviously don't have enough creativity to think of how you could do that.
Well, hold on 1 second. Speak for the rest of these guys. I can sing and dance and do this podcast at the same time, so I'm with you. Not as close as you because you're up there, but I'm getting there.
Can you pat your head and rub your belly at the same time too?
I can do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He also rolls.
Well,
he rolls over when you ask him to play dead too. So.
Okay. We got jokes now. We got jokes. Okay, I got you. All right.
I would very much recommend that you watch where you're going, because I might just pop out of nowhere with a suicide dive and fly at you. And you're gonna know it because I'm gonna be singing "I Believe I Can Fly." I believe I can touch the sky. I could do it every day. Wrestling's the best, that's what I say.
You hear this guy? This is $1 million bucks right here. This is $1 million bucks.
Yeah, just hope there's no underage people there.
You know what?
Hey,
how dare you?
Speaking of underage people, though, I should tell you guys that, you know, for any of the listeners here, if you're an adult that's 21 or over, there is a bar available if you'd like to enjoy an alcoholic beverage with the show. And to add on to that, if you're underage, let's say if you're a kid, a child, or a parent, and you have a kid you want to bring to the show, kids 12 and under get in free to Big Valley Wrestling's Unstoppable.
Did you just say 12 and under?
Yeah, I said kids 12 and under get in free to Big Valley Wrestling's Unstoppable.
I could bring my 5 kids. My 5 kids for free?
Kids?
Yeah, 5 kids, man. 3 of them I claim. But that's another story.
Do a podcast?
Yeah, look, man. They're the ones that handle the sound. So if the sound doesn't go too well, it's their fault.
Are you a fan of Salt and Pepper? I bet your favorite song back in the day was Push It.
Yes, I was very much push it good. Push it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Big Valley Wrestling is unstoppable this Sunday, June 3rd. We're going to be unstoppable forever, to be honest with you. But speaking of Unstoppable, let's talk about the four-way match that's going to be going down. It's a four-way scramble. Not all of the participants have been announced yet. Look at the Big Valley Wrestling Facebook page, or really all social media platforms, to find out who's all going to be in it. But the winner of that match is going to be awarded a Big Valley Wrestling contract.
Oh.
Now,
What?
once they get that contract, they're going to be unstoppable in Big Valley Wrestling, okay? Because, I mean, they're literally and legally binded to wrestle for Big Valley Wrestling. So win or lose, they're going to have to show up. But, I mean, hey, who doesn't want to do that in Big Valley Wrestling?
This is true. That's very kind of you to be able to offer that, because you know, it sounds very appetizing. You know, I may have to see if I got some ring gear.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
boy.
this is.
Well, you know, we Big Valley Wrestling does have a school. We do have a wrestling academy with students that are training to become professional wrestlers. So if you ever get that itch, man, you know, we'll gladly scratch it. You might walk away with some, you know, really rough scratches on your back, because wrestling's not easy. But there is a school, and there are trainers that will take the time to teach you, to, you know, allow you to reach your goals in professional wrestling. I reached mine. Plus that, I mean, I'm a star in the ring, and I'm a star when I sing. Did I mention I do theater? Did I mention I'm good at cooking? I'm good at a lot of things, to be honest with you.
You know, with the schooling, will there be a lot of pain and a lot of suffering and a lot of hurt? Because if there is, I think that us Vegas Bad Boys will gladly pay for Simon Street to enjoy wrestling classes.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
You know what? I just might take you up on that. You know, if you happen to be able to come to Unstoppable, I strongly encourage you. You'll get a little taste of what it's like to be at Big Valley Wrestling. All right, and then you can see what it's like for yourself. Please come on down, boys. You know what? Why not do a podcast commentating how Simon is doing in the ring? All right, I think that would be massively entertaining, don't you guys?
Absolutely.
Positively and tenaciously.
Love it when he says that.
Well,
hey man, we train everybody, just like we have something for everybody at Big Valley Wrestling's Unstoppable. We have tag team action, okay? We have four-way action. All right, we're gonna have lucha libre action, authentic lucha libre action for that. Okay. Usually we do have women's wrestling, however, that unfortunately didn't work out this time around. But anyway, for our hardcore fans, the main event is the tables, ladders, and chairs match for the Vegas Championship. The culmination of what, quite frankly, is going to be one of the most memorable feuds in Big Valley Wrestling history between Leon Hayter and his now former tag partner, former best friend, and now former Las Vegas champion, Kevin Duckins.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
well, I think there's only one fitting way to see this to a nice end here.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm about to ask this, but
Easy.
Tenacious,
Easy.
can you sing a little Viva Las Vegas?
Oh, damn.
I knew he was gonna say it.
Viva Las Vegas. I mean, it's a little cliche. I mean, but it's not like I haven't been asked to sing almost every single song in the karaoke book, because I memorized all of them word by word. Because that's what it takes to be the best. That is what it takes to be the best. Yeah. But because you guys have been so kind to me, allowing me on your show, and I hope I can come back in the near future, and perhaps we can all sing along. Maybe we can even form a barbershop quartet. We could call ourselves the Unstoppables, just like Big Valley Wrestling is unstoppable this Sunday, June 30th, at the Sahara Event Center for a 2 p.m. start time in a show that you're not going to want to miss. Kids 12 and under are free, $12 general admission, $20 front row VIP seats, a TLC main event. It doesn't get much better than that, but guess what? It does at Big Valley Wrestling, because you'll get to see me and Alexander Braven and Toomey Gucci and Frank the Tank and this one and that one and all around, and Viva Las Vegas. It'll be in Viva Las Vegas. Viva El Taco. This is the place I like to go to eat.
Oh, wow.
Really? Always a pleasure.
I think
Always.
I think I may have just gotten you guys another sponsor. I don't know. I'm kind of a popular guy around there.
Hey, I like free tacos.
Well,
Hey,
look here, Ricky from the karaoke bar, man. Thank you for calling us in. We're going to get back to our regular show, maybe, or maybe we'll practice singing and wrestling. But anyway, no matter what, thank you for calling, and we're going to check it out and remind everyone to head over to that event this weekend.
This weekend.
Okay.
This Sunday, June 30th.
That's right.
At our event center. Big Valley Wrestling.
Big Valley Wrestling.
Big Valley Wrestling.
All right. Thanks, Ricky.
Thanks, guys.
And lose the number. Okay.
Wait, what?
Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting. Gotta go. End of the show. Next up, Trina Michaels. Stay tuned.
Thank you so much for checking out that video. If you liked what we did there, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here, slap that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you can be a part of the notification squad. Follow us on social media at Vegas Bad Boys with a Z on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And until next time, we will see you in the next video.